Good evening. I'm Clarice Tinsley. The Dallas dog mauling case is now closed with no arrests. It's been 6 months since the mauling death of Antoinette Brown in South Dallas. That prompted the city to make sweeping changes to how it handles the city's loose dog crisis. Lori Brown is first on Fox 4 News at Dallas Police Headquarters.
Clarice, I began asking the Dallas interim police chief to speak with us about this case last week. And even today, after the department announced that there would be no arrest made in the case, no one would sit down to talk with us about the now closed case.
I have not warned my mother.
Matisha Ward, the daughter of Antoinette Brown, will not have any justice for her mother, a veteran who was attacked and killed by a pack of dogs in South Dallas. Police could not prove whose dogs killed her. Last month, Ward spoke to us and was still trying to deal with her mother's death.
I still haven't got time for myself to really believe that my mom is not here.
This morning, her attorney told us she is trying to move on. She's changed her phone number and moved out of her apartment. Dallas police say the DNA they found on Brown did not match the DNA of the dogs eventually caught.
Negative match means that the DNA that was found inside the wounds of the deceased was not hers. It was a source that was unknown to the police. So when they had the dogs at the shelter, they took DNA samples from the dogs and they were able to confirm that the dogs that they had quarantined and later euthanized were not the dogs that caused the injuries to the victim.
Criminal defense attorney and former police officer Pete Schulte, who is not associated with this case, told us that there is nothing more police can do.
The case is over. There's no way to go back and try to look for other animals or other owners of animals around that area.
The neighbor who called 911 after hearing Brown screaming during the attack says this adds to her frustrations. After the attack, she called to report seeing more loose dogs in the neighborhood. Animal Services said it would be days before they could come out.
And the man on the phone said, well, if the dogs ain't out there attacking anybody, they wasn't coming.
Since the attack, the city has placed a deputy police chief in charge of Dallas Animal Services and plans to give special training to 311 call takers and is making capturing the estimated 9,000 loose dogs in southern Dallas a top priority.
Dallas Animal Services had seized 7 dogs from the home on Spring Street. Neighbors had made 10 complaints, records show, over the course of about 12 months against those dogs. Those dogs were later euthanized. Clarice?
So, Lori, police were unable to link the DNA of the dogs they captured to the death of Antoinette Brown. Does that mean that those dogs didn't kill her, or does it mean the police were just unable to positively make a link to the death?
Well, that's one of the questions that we were hoping to get answered from the Dallas Police Department here today. Attorney Pete Schulte says that a negative DNA match typically means that it was a different dog, that there is another dog that is still out there that was involved in this attack. Clarice?
Lori Brown live at Dallas Police Headquarters. Thank you.